Aloha. I'm Representative Gene Ward. I represent the area from Hawaii Kai to Kalama Valley. Let's talk solar. That's the subject of today's legislative brief. Let's talk solar. Let's talk about what happened just yesterday on the island of Lanai, Hawaii's first solar farm, Hawaii's largest solar farm. 10 acres of 7,400 photovoltaic panels are now up and running, generating electricity for the little island of Lanai. This is just the beginning of what's going to be a very exciting future of Hawaii, which has the most potential for renewable energy, not only as a model for the United States, but as actually a model for the world. We have the potential to do wind, we have the potential to do waves, we have the potential to do all of the various options. But I want to talk about solar today because that to me is the key. What David Murdoch and Caslin Cook has done on the island of Lanai is just the beginning of what's to be taking place. David Murdoch has said, I would put up $1 billion for a wind farm if I could get the approvals. And it's in our legislative position as the state representatives to give that ability for those people who have the money and the investment to be able to do these kinds of things. But what does that impact you and me? We don't have a wind farm on Lanai. We don't own Lanai. What has it got to do with you and me? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about, because my theme and my mantra is going to be this legislative session: solar on every roof. Solar on every roof, because what we've tried for the last 3 decades has not worked. We have had the option of getting solar through Hawaiian Electric for $5,000 or $6,000 as an option, and it's come out to be where we need to have 100,000 houses with solar. That means if Hawaii has, and it does have about 300,000 houses, we've got 1/3 of the people with solar, but in the meantime, we're having $7 billion worth of fossil fuel, i.e. petroleum, brought into the state and used to make electricity and to put in our cars. What we're talking about is cutting that down by putting a solar on every roof. Now, how can we do that? It costs money. None of you necessarily have $5,000 or $6,000 ready to put out the door for something on your roof. And I too have been guilty. I haven't got it on my roof yet, but there's a plan that we're working on, and this is what I want to tell you about. It's part of the pilot that Hawaiian Electric is doing called the Pay and Save program. Essentially, it works like this. The companies would come out, put the solar on your roof. You would pay nothing, but then when the savings kick in, Hawaiian Electric or whatever company or agency would be putting this on the roof would then take that as the amortization of the loan, which means with the profit that you're saving on your electric bill goes towards paying your solar. With Hawaii sunlight and the capacity that we have for I don't know how many days out of the year with total sunlight, we are using a resource to the minimalist level, which we otherwise could be maximizing. So solar on every roof is a reality. We now have, as of the last legislative session, mandating all new construction with solar, but we don't have the mandate for the retrofitting, and that's what we're talking about, these 200,000 houses. And we're trying to get it to where it would cost you basically nothing except for the profits that you're going to be having by having solar on your roof. That's what's in the making. My office is trying to get a solar energy task force together to help implement this. I'm Representative Gene Ward. I invite you to join me to put a solar on every roof. You don't have to be David Murdoch. You just have to be interested in using those natural resources that has been God-given and we are blessed with here in Hawaii. I'm Representative Gene Ward from Hawaii Kai to Kalama Valley. Thank you for talking solar. Remember, a solar on every roof. We're not going to fall asleep. We're not going to let gas prices go back to being low and putting us back to sleep. Those of you in your SUVs, someday you're going to have a solar on top of that one, so you're going to be able to save some gas. Again, I'm Representative Gene Ward. Thank you for looking. Aloha.